Good morning. Well, it's a Friday, and we're doing Fan Friday today for Scribble Time. I'm your host, Nolan Lee, and we're going to be drawing some fan art from folks who have submitted their drawings to me. So we met the threshold, so we're going to go and do those drawings today. So let's get sketching, shall we? So today I received a few sketches. The first one I'm going to be doing is Min Min by Kaylee Tanaka, and she has a lot of details about this. Actually, this was just sent in, but so when I pasted it in, it's the first one on top. So, but these are drawings that are sent in beforehand. Everybody's gonna get. I'm basically gonna take a crack at each drawing that's sent to me. So we have about 5 in the docket right now. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to go through some of these because a few of them are a little bit more complicated, so I have to make sure I give myself a little bit more time. So this is Kaylee's character Min Min. She has dragon ears, 4 eyes, and a bow tie. So we're gonna try to go with that. I think she has a ponytail too, from what I could gather. So, so she's so I'm gonna draw this character here. I'm gonna draw this as a panda. Kaylee's last submission was actually a human dressed as a panda, so it didn't really make sense to draw the human as a panda if the human's dressed like a panda. But we're just gonna go with that. So we're gonna do 4 eyes. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna make these ones a little bit smaller here. And of course, my computer's always bugging out, but that is life. That is my struggle. And then Chuck's doing a kissy face, so we're gonna add the kissy face. We're gonna add a little number. We're gonna add like a backwards 3 or a letter E, depending on what you would like to go with. And we're just gonna add a little bit here. She has looks like she has like a colored bang or something like that. So by the way, I'm going to be offering these as usual for those of you who are watching who don't follow the show. I'm going to be offering this as free coloring sheets on my site at punchypandas.com/scribbletime. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to add some more hair here. She's definitely got some spunk and pizzazz, so we're gonna go with that. And then we're gonna give her some dragon ears. So dragon ears are, I'm gonna try to make these more like dragon ears versus like cat's ears, I guess. We'll go like this, and then we'll go like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. This will make my brush a little bit thicker so that it's looking a bit too thin for my liking. I'm gonna add a little bit of a dip there. Make sure we don't lose track of that ponytail there. Have her. Let's break that silhouette a bit. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So, anyways, hope you guys had a great week. It's we are humming along just nicely. Family's all healthy as such, so make sure you I know you're spending a lot of time with family, but always show them your appreciation, give them a hug. Make sure that you give some of your relatives a call if you haven't for a while. Let's see, I'm going to do this instead. I guess she has another ear too, set of ears too. And then we're going to draw a little ponytail like so. And then she's got some baggy sweaters that she's rocking. So how you guys all doing today? What are some of your guys' favorite home hobbies that you guys developed over the past few weeks? Anything that's could be cooking, could be baking, it could be new board games. Oh, we gotta give her a bow tie because that's what's on the design. That's what's on the docket. Now I'm gonna have her raise her hand here. And show a floppy sweater like so. Yeah, let's clean that up. That looks a little bit sloppy to me. There we go. Or maybe I need to clean this up. This is kind of bothering me a bit. So she's wearing a baggy sweater. This is the outside of the sweater. Like so. I gotta practice more, drawing more clothes. It's been a while since I've drawn sweatshirts, but there's usually a logic that with clothing, you know, you want to have it hang, get the sense that it's hanging. Here I'm trying to make it feel like it's hanging from her boxing glove like this, from her hand. So for those of you who are new to the show, I draw the characters punching pandas, and so they're always wearing boxing gloves. So part of the show is to remix other people's drawings to look like my fat pandas. So that's why all the characters tend to have a similar shape and girth. Yeah, Hector is thanks for keep on drawing. I mean, can't wait to get to yours because those are definitely pretty Got some pretty cool ones, some cool designs. And then there's a little dragon's tail here, I believe. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to try to make it a little bit thicker at the base so it doesn't feel like a string bean. Okay, so there's our drawing of Min Min, Kaylee's original character. I think it's her original character, who is a bow tie wearing dragon panda-ish character. The edge is kind of messing me up here. All right, let me just clean that up. Make that line a little bit, make this a little bit clearer. Okay. So that feels a little bit too floaty for me. I'm gonna change this up a bit. Got to work within these silhouettes here. Let me change that up. That seems starting to... Something about that ponytail is just kind of not sitting right with me, so I'm always going to try to redraw it. Alright, let's do that. Let's call that good. Next, I want to do the cat panda from, I missed his name actually, but he did a version of Captain America Panda. So I'm just going to do this quickly, do this as a little bit of a neat little, I think this is for, I believe it's for the first movie, for the first Avenger. Because that looks like the old World War II suit. So there is a cheat in Photoshop where you can actually mirror the character. So if you do, if you go up to brush and you click on this butterfly icon, you can use symmetry, and basically specify axis that you want things to be drawn on. And basically what you can do is you can just do this where you get a perfect drawing of, or perfect symmetry applied to your drawing. So this really helps with concept work if you're trying to draw something like straight on. Like I'm working on some freelance right now where it requires me to draw like front views like this, and of course it does help to make your characters feel a little bit less symmetrical by varying up some things. So you'll notice like I won't I haven't put up, like for the face I'll turn off the symmetry and I'll be like this. So you know that can, or let's see here, let's use the last one. There we go. That way it saves you time from having to redraw everything all the time. So just a little tip for those of you who are working in Photoshop. That's a little hack. So that icon, actually it's off the side of my screen, so let me just lower this a little bit. So if you're in Photoshop, if you click this icon right here when you're using a brush, this is the icon that you can use, and you can click on here, the symmetry button, and then you can lower it down and choose, basically choose the type of symmetry you want. So you can even choose circle, click on that, and you just be like, everything will follow that circle like so. Very helpful, very, very cool. You can do spiral. Let's do a spiral right here, for example, and everything will be mirrored along that axis. So you can really, if you in a pinch and you need some time, you can explore those. Those are really, really helpful. So I'm just going to go back here with our just a horizontal. Okay, so we're going to do this, or I believe the way we're going to work it out here. Well, I think it's based off the first event. Is this the first Avenger? No. Yes. No. Well, I'll find out. So do a star like that. Represent Steve Rogers. Like so. Let's add those straps to him too. I think those, the American, that was kind of a nice touch actually. I kind of like the little buckles here that kind of represented his spangly stripes. Yeah, because they felt a little bit spangly, like in the first Avengers movie, like his little red belly stripes. I know it's iconic, but it's always, I always remember growing up thinking like it looked kind of weird that they would be like that. So actually here we could use that circle. We could show how off my drawing is in general. We could do something like, or maybe we could do this, go down like so, and then we can get the stripes. I mean, this won't guarantee that we're going to be completely accurate, but I'm sure there's another cheat right now, but I can't think. I'm not thinking right now because my tea just wore off, so I'm kind of a little bit what's the word? In need of caffeine. Okay, so we got that. We take that out, we can just add the star like so. I don't know, maybe we can shrink down this shield a bit. It seems a little bit large. So I'm just going to go in here. Maybe we can make the star a little bit tinier too, that way. It's not looking like it's, it looks like it's a little bit clearer. Or maybe you can go smaller, let's go. So that we can get the belly stripes. Oh, I think this, well, actually never mind. I was like, sorry, I thought for a quick second I thought see, we can add some symmetry here. This will be the Avengers logo over here, the A, and then yeah, then we can add all the dust. This kind of really helps to sell the idea that it's not looking too symmetrical, and you can always like go and touch up some other things here to kind of make it feel like a computer didn't help me. Well, I think I got that wrong too, actually. Let me just shrink this guy down a little bit, because I think his shield has another stripe to it, if I remember right. Am I right? Yeah, I think that's a little bit, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, it's actually cool. Like when I was doing some shows, I was doing DesignerCon, and they had I think it's Andy Park. He was the guy who's the lead designer for the Marvel movies. It's just like walking by, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's him. Like this is the guy who's kind of I mean, there's other artists involved too, but I think he was one of the top dogs at Marvel. Okay. So there we have it. That's our Captain America panda. We can go work with that. So anyways, let's do, let's make him look a bit thicker too. This guy's butt. All right, now let's go to Hector. Hector has submitted a few already, so that was helpful. So he has his first character, Krylon. Krylon, I think, is I remember the bio. He has a special backpack, and he remixes and creates different characters and such. So sorry if I botched that, Hector. We're gonna try to, I'll try to redeem the drawing with that. So he has two references here. One is he has a color style sheet, which is great to use this. You know, if you're designing a character, sometimes it helps to pull different things to inspire you and then cobble them together. So things like reference like braids, or like maybe you see a glove that inspires you, and maybe a certain aesthetic that kind of just allows you to just work with it. Maybe not as a final thing, like you don't want to just copy and paste like a picture of Air Jordans to your character, but maybe you can gain inspiration from it and then build upon that foundation. So long as you change it enough, it would, you know, you wouldn't run into anything where it feels like it's being completely lifted off. So anyways, I'm gonna go, looks like he's holding two spheres. They're attached to his backpack. So I'm gonna try to work with that here. The backpack actually looks like a panda too. So let's maybe we can try doing something like that where maybe we have our base here. I think that might look a little bit tall from a panda. So I'm just going to use this as my reference point here. Kind of draw a tail right about here. It's gonna hold his little sphere like so, and then it's gonna come up this way, and then I'm gonna work with some geometry here. So this is actually, I think the tail needs to be a little bit more like this. So if I imagine like the midsection, it would be like so. Maybe I would push it out here just to break up that silhouette. Okay. bend that knee a little bit. I kind of want to be a bit more definite there. Okay, all right, so we got that. He's wearing a pair of pants like so. There's a belt. Let's add that back. Actually, let's add that backpack first. Let's make sure that backpack is nice and secure. Make sure we place it in a way that makes it feel correct. So it's going to be kind of like this. Let's make it kind of squatty a little bit, maybe panda shape-ish. Right, and there's another. So if we imagine the midsection would probably be something like that. Okay, so then so that kind of gives us reference to work with, and then we can go like such and such. Okay. So we get one set of ears here, one set of ears there, and then I'm gonna have the panda look at us. Okay, then gonna give him some of that distinctive hair. It kind of has this little shaved kind of haircut, or shaved sides, crew cut, and then he's gonna have gonna have this really long ponytail, so I'm just gonna go bring it down here. Let's make it a little bit more stiffer. It's kind of got a big tail here. All right, so we got that. Let's get this backpack squared away. Let's put a backpack right there. It's gonna be wearing a little t-shirt here, just to not make a tangent. Por favor. Okay, so then this backpack's gonna come around. It's gonna gonna add pouches to here. Maybe looks like there's 3 rows of pouches, like so. Gonna just bring it over here. Okay. Yeah. See, these pretty cool design. A little bit, definitely a lot more detailed than the one used to drawing, but. Let's get her done. Okay, so then there's like a little hook here, or there's a little outlet right there. So maybe we can just bring that down. Obviously, it's a little bit easier for me to erase because I'm doing digital. Actually, let's let that let's fix that sag a little bit. So that, like, let's give it a little bit of stiffness. Kind of bend off of that. And then it goes down. And then we can go up a little bit more like this. And we'll add a little bit, another pipe over here. These little surface lines really help to define. They really help to define like how your forms are working, so always don't be afraid to put some extra marks on there to demonstrate, or at least tell your audience what you're supposed to be looking at. Stuff like that. Trying to get the form down. Okay. He also has a pair of shoes too and some pants. Let's just quickly breeze through these. I don't want to, you know, I want to kind of get to some more of the drawings here, because Hector sent in a lot. So if you guys would like to see more of this, we're gonna do Fan Fridays. So please, if you guys would like to see your drawings remixed in the Punching Panda style, submit your drawings via Instagram or Facebook, what have you. And I'll see them, you know, or tag them with slash Punching Pandas or Fan Pandas or Scribble Time, and that makes it easier for me to be able to see them. And so yeah, thank you for everybody who's been submitting these today. They really help. And then he also has a big pair of sneakers here. So let's make that toe a little bit smaller. We don't want to get too crazy. So there's a little dot right there, so you guys can color this in. All right. Oh, gotta add a pant leg, of course. Actually, his shoes, his pants should come down like that. Then maybe his shoes kind of come out like that. Maybe this has to go down a little bit further, a little smaller. And let's change. Yeah, because I think, let's do this. This kind of messing me up a little bit. I think what we need to do is just make this pant leg a little bit lower. Like so. Can give some definition there. And then, yeah, we can work with that. much better. So yada yada. Let's take that circle out here. Give some variance to those shapes because I think it's kind of yeah. All right, there we go. All right, boy, this is a challenging one, Hector. Great, thanks a lot. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's like thanks a lot. Okay, I think that's going to be done for this guy. So that's our first one from Hector. So if you guys would like to see more of your drawings being put up here, please submit your drawings to Punching Pandas on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, what have you, and I can get to those. Alright, let's see. Let's add. All right, so the next one would be what should we do next? He submitted 2 other ones. I do have time to finish all these, so let me, although the extreme sports one contains 2, so let's see. This one is a flying bot. I think he likes to, let's see if we can make this work. My pandas are definitely a very aerodynamic shape, as you can tell. Air just flows right over them. Or maybe let me just make it a little bit more straightforward and just make it easier on myself. I can't tell if this is a good guy or a bad guy. I mean, sometimes good guys can look kind of scary. You know, guys like Ghost Rider or the Punisher, or I'm gonna make him add this little circle here. Beep 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 beep. And then it's gonna have these big type of teeth. He is a robot, so I'm going to add some other details, maybe to, he has these little things around his neck that kind of are making for some interesting shapes, so I'm going to try to get that in there. Let's put these on the side. Or maybe I should make them a little bit shorter. I think these teeth need to be just shortened quite a bit. Make it look a little bit more aerodynamic. Emily says, thank you for saying it. Thank you for chatting. Yeah, send in your original drawings. Send in your original drawings of your OCs. your original characters, or just anything that you like, you know, to have drawn. Just what have you. The other days are usually reserved for more, for other topics, like drawing a panda as, I don't know, Tom Cruise Day, I guess. I don't know. But then, like, you know, for specific days, so I'm thinking like Wednesdays we can do more traditional drawings with real pencils and stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this head. Let me see. I gotta move quick here. I'm not gonna get too crazy with some of these details, but send in your original drawings that you would like to see remixed, and I promise you I'm not gonna steal them. These are just a way for me, for kids to, and non-kids, non-children, just to be able to send in their work and just, like, you know, see a different take on it, and even get some, you know, have your work being shown and featured on the YouTube channel. Okay, I think I'm starting to get a little bit of a handle on here. Let's try doing. Let's do that. Just trying to get a sense of how to build this out. Maybe if I go like this, knock out these little human ear holes. There we go. I think that fits a lot better. See, it's just problem solving. You just kind of tinkering around with it and just trying to figure out a good solution. There's all the forms here that are kind of a little bit difficult to try to recreate, so I'm trying to just mush my way through here and try to see if I can just come up with something that just feels similar but doesn't have to be, you know, that's okay. So then he has kind of this tummy. It's a little bit difficult. Trying to see. Almost kind of looks like a donut. So we're gonna go like that. But we want to make it feel like it fits over the form. So I'm just gonna, you know, I don't want to just copy it as a flat shape. So I'm gonna go like this. So maybe there's a little indentation. So it comes down like that, and then comes down like that, and then comes down like that. So maybe this has to go out a little bit more. Okay, then we got his stumpy legs. I'm gonna be pretty slight on some of these features here. Make these leg stripes. He doesn't have very thick legs, so I'm just gonna go through and try to add them as subtly as I can. Still maintain the thickness a little bit. Let's have this form wrap around like so. But then we also got to make room for his arms too, because that's another thing that here, let me move these guys here. This guy's got to go like so. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it with the siblings, or the other sibling drawing that you have, Hector. So bear with me. I'm rushing. I'm trying to get to the finish line with this. Let's make these a little bit smaller, a lot smaller, like that. So it's about just like, I'm trying to just minimize and maximize some things. It's kind of hard to make them all like even in the same proportion as the yeah, let's add a seam. I'm going to cheat a bit here and add a seam. Because I don't have the luxury of kind of figured. Let's see. Oh, okay. Just looked at the chat. So this turns out these aren't teeth. These are neck. This is his neck. So I'm gonna try to make it a little bit. Oh boy. Well, that was kind of misinterpreted. Let's see. Well, let me maybe clean that up a little bit. Like so. My pandas don't really have necks, so I'm just gonna kind of go like this, and maybe that will help with the forms. So yeah, I just saw in the chat. Yeah, Hector said these aren't teeth; they are his neck. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so Emily, you can send your drawings through email too. It's fine. So just wherever you can get a hold of me, you can submit it, I believe, on my website, or I don't know if you can submit it on my website, but just send me an email, and I usually respond, and you guys can. And I'll respond, and then you can just submit it afterwards. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to get through this this character here, because there's definitely some really cool shapes going on. Definitely an interesting challenge for sure. And then his arms are going to be, the arms are the tricky thing right now. I'm trying to figure out how they fit, because part of drawing robots is always, the challenge for me is always that I want everything to fit, and so sometimes you just have to kind of go through and you know, make things kind of feel believable, but just keep working on the shape too. So my shapes are like this, and I need little bumps like that. And he kind of has, let me just reduce that so that clears some of the clutter away. Yeah, that might help here. Some little shoulder blades. almost have to cut into the body here actually. So let me just do that. Let me just cut it in, add some seams, some overlap. Okay. Make sure I'm using straights versus curves, or curves against curves. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw this into shadow actually. This is definitely gonna help a little bit with allowing these forms to fit into each other. Sometimes it's neat to just add some little like back detail in some of these like hidden crevices to make it feel like there's some machinery or joints and such. So I'm just gonna make this, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, just make this more as a whole, like so. Then that can give us some more leeway to work with. Okay. I tackled this one because I thought this would be easier than the other than the sibling ones, but this actually might end up being a lot more difficult, or at least there's a lot more going on here for me to keep track of than the other ones. So let me just move that wing over there. So here's a cool trick for those of you working in Photoshop too. Always flip your drawings too, and you can do this with traditional where you can just flip your paper upside down, kind of look underneath. And that kind of tell you like what things are wrong with your drawing. And basically, it's like the idea that if you're trying to, you know, sometimes when you're working on a drawing, you're just staring at it for so long that you can't really tell what's going on. So sometimes it helps to just, you know, step away from your drawing and take a look at it later. But flipping the other way is kind of a shortcut. Like it'll help you get through that process faster. So I always recommend doing that for, you know, just that habit of doing that pretty consistently. I don't do it as much here because it might be disorienting for people, but if I'm working on other things, I'll constantly just be flipping all the time. So let's just try doing that. Just clean that up. Okay. Yeah, so then we get some of this detail knocked out. You don't want to make it too unreasonable. Sometimes you kind of have to leave things up to the imagination, and just add little details there. Okay, I think that's probably going to be it for that. Boy, this is kind of a tricky thing because it's like I started out and I was like, oh, this shouldn't be too bad. And then the more I got into it, I was like, whoa, this is actually a lot of stuff going on here. So I don't draw robots much, but yeah, appreciate it, Hector. Thanks for the challenge. Let's see here. Let's try to clean this up, this portion up. Make this. Okay. Let's call that one. Let's put this one to bed. Go to bed. You've been staying up too late. And we'll flip it back just this way to see. Obviously, I think there's a few things that I probably would clean up here, but for the most part, you know, it came along quite nicely, I would say. Definitely a challenge. So if you guys want to see me miserable, ask me to draw more robots. I'm trying to get better and faster at them, I promise, but no guarantees. Okay, so I think I have, well, I guess that's our time. So yeah, so I think I don't think I have time to really get these. Well, let me see if I can do these guys here. So this one's gonna go a little bit over. So I'm gonna try doing 2 characters really fast here. So this one, yeah, a lot of times when people see me, if I'm working, and then they'll notice that I'll look angry a lot of times. I'm not angry. It's just I'm concentrating. So I always have this look whenever I'm concentrating. I'm always like, I look like I'm in a really bad mood, but honestly, I'm not really. If anything, I'm usually, if I'm in a bad mood about something, you can definitely tell. Okay, so these 2 siblings that, according to Hector, that they really like extreme sports. So, not sure what that entails, but maybe, I don't know, sword swallowing, bungee jumping, crocodile wrestling. Here, I'll just leave that as that for coloring purposes. Give you guys something to do. Okay, then she's kind of wearing like this, let's make these bangs a little bit. Then she's kind of wearing these, these little claws. Like so. So she looks like she's like some kind of you know, like what do they call them? What do you call people who are like kind of combinations of other things? Is in Full Metal Alchemist. There's a term that they use. It's escaping me right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but what do you call it? It's starts with a C, I think. Can't seem to put it down. Can't seem to just make my mind tell me what it is. Anyways, well, I guess a monster is also like considered just like a combination of things. Like you think about it just historically, just our concept of monsters is always like something that doesn't fit in the category. Boy, what is that word? I'm trying to think of what that word is. It's like a word, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of bugging me to the point where I need to like pause and look it up. Let's just go here, let's take that. It's kind of wearing this coat with a little I think there's a second one here. Or there's one short one. So do a short one like that. And then there's like a longer little coat here. Anyways, thanks for just hanging in with me. I know this is kind of a longer type of stream, but I'm probably just gonna wrap it up with her after this. I keep saying that, but I gotta go eat lunch at some point. Got other things to take care of. Okay, so that's about it for Scribble Time today. Thanks to everyone who submitted, to Kaylee, to man, what's his name? Let me just look it up really quickly. His name is the guy who did the Cat Panda. It was posted in Spanish, so I know I think he's coming from a South American country, if I remember right. So that would be Paulo David Moncada. So shout out to him for sending me the goods. So anyways, yeah, this is not quite looking out. Part of what's keeping me from ending the stream is that I have this desire to try to make this thing as good as I can be before I sign off, because I'm going to be posting these, and so I want to make sure that I don't want to put something out there that feels like it's not up to my standards, but not that I have high standards anyways, but yeah, because that's looking really flat right now. And just kind of bothering me a bit, because her butt should be like right here. Let's do this. I don't know why I'm losing track of all this. Maybe I'm just in a rush to finish this up, but I think it should probably be like, yeah, I think that feels a little bit better. So bear with me. Even I have bad drawing days. I have bad drawing days all the time. It feels like every day is a bad drawing day. think this is one of the more challenging scribble times I've had, because I'm trying to figure out how to just make that work. Here, let's start over, because sometimes you just have to start over just to figure out what you're doing wrong. Okay, so we'll just do that. Okay, let me just analyze this a little bit. I think there's a couple things going on here. Let's just start over. Okay, let's go like that. Bring this over. It's doing so well, but it goes to show that I'm not perfect. Okay, so that's our base. Here's the belt. Here's the belt line. Here's the middle, and then we're gonna kind of go like that. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what's going on here. Let's start there. And there, and then everything's gonna connect from that little pinch right there. So I just want to make sure that clothing is kind of hard on my pandas, as you can tell, but I'm not gonna give up on this one here. Okay, so I think it's up to an okay spot. It just feels a little bit strange. Okay, all right. Thanks a lot, Hector. Oh boy, that was a tough one. All these are tough. Maybe I just need another tea or something. I just need some more caffeine. I'm just definitely feeling a little bit fatigued this morning because my son woke up, and so I'm kind of a little bit not quite up to my usual energetic level. But there you have it. There's the pandas. So thanks again for everybody tuning in. Really appreciate if you guys like what you see. If you guys like me watching me stumble around doing drawings like these, feel free to just subscribe, like this video afterwards, and tell your friends about it if they like to see other artists drawing life. And I also have another channel under Nolan Lee Art, Nolan Lee on YouTube, and that's kind of more for live streams, aside from this one, of course. But yeah, you guys have a great. I'm just gonna close with that. You guys have a great rest of the weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy. Keep on drawing too. And if you guys have any more suggestions for scribble time topics or things you guys would like to see, feel free to post the suggestions in the chat or in the comments below after the videos are uploaded. And also these drawings that I've poured over for the last few minutes, they will be available at punchingpandas.com/scribbletime. You can see the link in the description below. So anyways, you guys enjoy your day, enjoy the weather. If it's still sunny for some of you. If not, just be safe. All right. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.